Yeah, my people, another they don't reach again for another bonga interview. This one will shock you. Okay. This kind interview, so it will touch a lot of people. Because now waiting pastors they do. How they manipulate their members, wife, their members, children, their members, girlfriend. They sleep with naive 1 year. Somebody man. What you go yes, you will share tears. When you see how pastors there. Some of them for this Nigeria, not even some of them, many of them, they are evil. So my people are there with one of our sisters. Sister, how are you?
I'm fine. Good morning.
Good morning. So what's the name?
My name is Iedo Onajite Excel.
Where are you from?
Okay. I'm from Kokori, Ethiopia's local government. I'm an Robo girl, yeah.
So I read one news about Pastor Thompson, honey. So a lot of people they confused about the news. The pastor we the move of God mission for Alaja. Say una to get some kind things. So a lot of people don't know say the news why I read, not be you people giving me and you never talk. So a lot of people never understand how you and the pastor team meet, how the team start, what really happen. So tell us from the beginning how you take start, how you take go the church, how the thing take start before you go travel to UK. Because everybody want to know the story. What happened between you and Pastor Thompson? Funny. So explain.
Okay. So it all started in 2020. In 2019, a friend of mine told me about the church and invited me to come to the church. So I followed her for a particular Wednesday service. So after the Wednesday service, I kept on going to the church. So I became a full member. So when I became a full member, I'll just go in and after the service, I'll leave and stuff like that. So one day he called me out in the public and told me that God wants me to join a unit in the church. That I should look for any
So now you only
unit I can join in the church.
Only you never start to go to church.
Yes, only me.
Okay, continue.
So I told me to look for a particular unit to join in a church. That's where the blessings of God can really decide. So I looked around and I decided to join the choir unit because I can sing. So I said, okay, let me use my voice to glorify the name of God. So I joined the choir unit. So as time goes on, I invited my husband to the church too. He came and stuff like that because he gave a prophecy concerning my husband.
You married before you start the church.
Yes, married. I've been married for since 2013. That's when I got married. So this was in 2019. I started attending the church. So he gave me a prophecy that day when I came about my husband. So when I got to the house, I told my husband what he said. So that thing prompted like my husband to come to the church too with me. So we started attending church together. So I joined the unit and everything was just going on like that. It gives us prophecy, tells us that things are going to come to pass and stuff like that. So that was how we continued. So there was a fateful day. I and my husband were having our own issues in the house. It was over a particular car that my elder sister gave to me, a Venza. My elder sister gave me the Venza. So things kind of like brought problem in the house. So while we were doing all those issues, he got angry because maybe he felt like the car was making me feel one kind of important way or stuff like that, you know. So he was angry at me at some point in time, and some point in time. So we had issues that prompted him to hit me with his hand. So when he hit me with his hand, I normally go to the police station to go and report him. Because when my dad was alive, I would go and tell my dad, but I have to like go to the police station to report to the police about what my husband did to me. So as time went on, my husband called Pastor Tom to tell him that we had an issue, and I ran away from the house because I took my things and I left the house. That was in 2022. That was when this one happened. 2022. So I and my husband had issues, so I moved away from the house because it beat me up. So my husband now reached out to Tom to tell him that I left the house, so that both of us have issues, that I left the house. So Pastor was calling me that come and meet him in church that my husband reported some issue with him. So I went to meet him in church. So when I got to church to meet him, he was asking me that what happened. There was a particular text message that my husband saw on my phone. The text message, I was talking to one of my friends, Eriga. I knew Eriga through one of my friends, Maureen Ujaremo. So when I left the house, Eriga heard that I was not in the house, but I went to Maureen's place at that time. So Eriga reached out to me on Facebook and was asking me, like, say, what happened? I heard that you left your husband's house too. So I was like, kind of like explaining what happened to him and telling him that, oh, my husband has a child outside, and then car that my sister gave to me is bringing issues and stuff like that, that is even hitting me. That's the most annoying part of the whole issue. So the boy was like, my dear, you guys should find a way to package this your marriage, because you and Maureen, you guys are always having problems in your marriage, and it scares us that are not married to enter marriage, because the way this marriage is portrayed does not look very interesting for somebody to like want to enter the marriage. So I think my husband saw that conversation. It was just a mere conversation. So he saw the conversation on my phone, and then he asked me that, who is this boy Eriga that I'm belittling him for? That small boy Eriga, small boy where they respect, and now they go belittle Ram. They belittle Ram, they give. So I said, he's my friend. I have every right to explain what I'm passing through in my marriage to him. I said, and there's nothing wrong with that. So because of the way I was defending, he got angry and said, okay, that means you are sleeping with the boy. So he exaggerated the issue and stuff like that. So I left the house. So he told me to leave the house. I left the house, called my family. I left the house. I wanted to carry my car when I was going. They refused for me to carry my car, but I left like that. So when he reached out to Tom, tell Tom that, look at what had happened, that's Pastor Thompson. Pastor Thompson had called me and told me to come and meet him in the church. So I went to meet him in church. So he asked me that what happened between me and my husband. I explained everything to him. So he asked me to show him the message. I showed him the message. So he was like digging in, telling me, are you sure? Are you sure that this boy did not sleep with you? I was like, no. I said, well, I said, me, I don't even know him personally. Like, we've not had any close interaction. Apart from one day I met him in my friend's shop in Alaja. I said, moreover, I don't even have his number per se. So it was when the issue was going on, my friend Mario Jarimona said that this boy they're even talking of is even in Ghana. That is not even in Nigeria. So what time did he see me to sleep with me? So the pastor was not like digging in, trying to find out, are you sure that this boy did not sleep with you? Tell me the truth. And I was telling him that nothing of such happened. It's okay, no problem. So he now said to me that, you know that your husband is a very strict person. He said, if I had met you before you met your husband, I would have not advised you to marry your husband. He said, because you and your husband, you are two different. He said, because you and your husband, you are two different people. He said, you're not supposed to marry him for any reason. He's not deserving of you. You are more than his standard. He said, so I was not supposed to marry with him. He said, but it has already happened.
Tell you this also? From where?
In his office. In his office in Alaja, in the church office. Yes. So he said that to me and told me that, okay, that for now, since I'm already planning my travel, that I should just make sure that I be able to stay calm with him so that problems will not be coming on, so that I can be able to plan my travel and then live in peace. Because he told me to leave the marriage, that if I don't leave the marriage, I'm going to die. So he told me that I left. So I started behaving softly and trying to patch things in the house and stuff like that. So there was a day again. So while I was doing this process, there was a girl, Eloho, I think it is his daughter. She's in the UK. So he reached out to her to tell her to give me an agent's number. So the agent the girl gave to us, the admission didn't go through because the course the agent chose for me was different from what I read in my degree level. So they said I could choose another course. So that admission didn't click. So I reached out to one of my friends, Tega, she's in the UK, and all of us attend this church too. So I reached out to her. I told her that I needed an agent, that the one I used before, that it didn't go down where they didn't give me the admission. So she should give me the agent that she used. So she gave me the agent that she used. And I told Thompson that Tega had given me our own agent. So I started talking to the agent, started planning, told me the documents I was supposed to get, which I started preparing them down, went to my school, collect my results, my statements of results and stuff like that. So I readied everything. So while I was doing this process, it was with me all through, because he told me that the only thing I can do is to travel, that if I travel, all these problems I'm having in the marriage is to stop. Because if I be in Nigeria, that Wilson will be looking for me everywhere. Because once I leave the house, he's always looking for me everywhere. So I said, okay, no problem. So we started the process. I was telling him everything as the day goes by, the admission. So there was a particular time when the admission came out. So I called him and told him that the admission is out, so they've given me the admission. So he was asking me that, how much do I have? I told him I had like 4.5 million at that time. So he said, okay, that
And
shouldn't
then
spend
you
that
still there
money.
your husband house. You still there your husband house
Yes,
for this process.
yes,
Okay.
I was staying in my husband's house. I told him that I have 4.5 million because I was already saving money somewhere else. And I've calculated that I was going to sell my car and sell my shop. So at least I was going to have roughly 5 million for this stage, because my agent told me that at least the minimum I'm supposed to have to start the process is 5 million first, because I'm going to pay for my school fees at a point, then now proceed to the other level. So I told him. So after all those stuff, he now said to me that I should send the money to his account. Then I was staying, before then, I've not left the house, I was staying in the house. So there was a day my husband hit me over an issue. A friend of mine, the son was doing this normal street. So I think the son bought her a car. So the car was causing problem between she and her husband. So there's a particular boy that is our friend that normally drives her, because my friend, she doesn't know how to drive. So they go to the same church and they are in the same unit. So he normally drives her to church. So because of that car, her and her husband, they are having issues because the thing was raining in Alaja. People were advising the man wrongly that how can the son buy a car for his wife when him is alive? That the son and the wife, is it not him that owns them? That he should take the car. So different advice was coming. So it was causing a lot of chaos in their marriage. So she reached out to me one day to say that the husband embarrassed our friend over the car when he was driving the car, that if he sees him drive this car again, that he's going to cut his leg, that he's sleeping with his wife and stuff like that. So the boy reached out to me to tell me what happened. So, and the wife also called me to tell me, and then I told her that don't answer him. If you answer him now, it's going to be as though you're doing what he's accusing you of. So I begged the boy, I said, you know the way our husbands they are, you know how they think, please, because of us, don't answer him. So he said, okay. So that later in the evening, the guy came to my house. That's my friend's husband. He came to my house. He drove down with his 2 kids to my house to see my husband. So after him and my husband finished talking, so I was like trying to like bring the discussion into him. I was like, bro, so I said, your wife called me. I said, what's not happening now? I said, it's not good now, these things they're doing now. Your wife is not sleeping around. I said, your wife is older than that boy, more than 10 years. Your wife is older than me by 12 years. I said, because she's our friend does not mean that we don't respect her. She doesn't do things like that. I said, so when you are carrying that kind of issues, it doesn't make any sense. I was like trying to like defend my friend because I know her and I know that she does not do those kind of things. So while I was saying that, my husband just stood up and said, you dey crazy, you dey mad, you Jay. Like say your head, something they worry you. Now you want to tell person how you go take run in house. Somebody they talk say no one see this boy with your wife, you they go they explain. What you they explain? Because all of una na gang, all of una they waka. So while I was trying to tell him that, but she's my friend, I have to defend her. He just slapped me on my face. So the guy was holding him. And then I left. So I looked at it and I saw that, oh, this thing has been happening and happening and happening. So it's not going to stop. So at that time, I'd already made up my mind that I was going to leave this marriage. And the only thing that would take me away was to travel out of the country. So I just picked my car key as though I was going to buy something. And I drove away. So that was how I didn't return to the house that night. So when I drove away, at night, my pastor called me, Pastor Tom, to tell me that my husband called him to say, he didn't do anything to me, that I left the house, I've not returned till now, that I should go back to the house. I told him, I said, no, I'm not going back to the house. He said, go back, you are too stubborn. We have a plan on ground. I've told you, just be calm. Find a way to balance your marriage so that at the end of the day, you can travel. But if you are doing all this fight and fight and fight, you will not be able to achieve that thing. Just be calm. Try and manage him. You already have something working for you. I said, sir, I don't have that patience again to wait. I said, I need to go out while I'm doing all this stuff. He said, okay, there's no problem. So that was how I refused to listen to him. So he left me. So I started doing my processes like that. One day he called me, he asked me what I went to my cousin's place. He asked me where I was. I told him I was in my cousin's place. He said, okay, he was going to drive down after church. He drove down after church to meet me in my cousin's shop in DSC. So my cousin didn't know anything at that time. I had not told her because at that time I left the house already. He started disturbing me, asking me out, writing messages to me, telling me that he loves me, that if he had met me, that it's me that he would have married, that Pastor Emmanuel Potete told him not to marry his wife, that he's having marital problems, was giving me different story, that his wife does not sleep with him, his wife is suffering him, that him and his wife, that both of them, they are not supposed to, they are two different kind of people, that I wish that sometimes it feels like, I wish they can switch. Maybe his wife will go and meet my husband, then me, I'll
Thompson,
come and meet.
this one, so Pastor Thompson,
That
tell you
Thompson,
all
they
this
tell me,
person.
yes. Say that's how he wish sometimes. That I wish his wife can just die and live his life so that he can have his peace. That the wife does not satisfy him sexually. That so we have things in common. Into all this, this
the
thing,
wife, not the
yes, that
kuku.
and he says the wife not agree for those things and stuff like that. And the way me I'm milk and him is milk, that's two calm people that's supposed to get married together, that he would have agreed, he would have given my husband his wife. If they used to do it like that, to say, forgive my husband his wife, then make him take me. He said that the GO pastor Emmanuel put it, say, warn him when he wanted to marry her, that he should not marry her, that she's not his wife. He said, but because she suffered with him, that was why he got married to her. He said now he's regretting, he does not know what to do, and that because of the children, that's why he's still staying in the marriage. That sometimes he just feels like, maybe let her just die so that he can live his life. He was telling me that that because they circumcised her,
Your
that
wife,
she's not able to.
yeah.
Yes, so
Say your
yes,
wife,
that because
they talk all these evil things about you.
yes, he told me that they circumcised her, that so she's not able to satisfy him sexually, that once she just come like that, she go just push him, come up her body, that's what she does, that no matter what he does for her, buy gifts, do anything, that she's never grateful, you understand, and stuff like that.
Who
So
they
when he was
come,
telling me all those
when
things,
the woman come, or when the man come, you go push her. Who they come out of their
now
He
the
said that
woman, he said when he make the
Okay.
woman come, say the woman go call push am, say the wife not the fit dey withstand am, say the woman go call push am comot. So he kept on telling me that even him is passing through problem too in his marriage, and if not because he's a pastor, he would have even quit the marriage so that both of them can go their separate ways. That he does not even mind to leave all the property that they are having, the land that they bought and everything, leave it for her, for him to have his peace of mind. So when he was telling me, I kind of like said,
all these chats, some of all these chats you get there. Some of them.
Some of the chats like this, I don't have a lot of them because he deleted it from my phone. Those talk were things that he was telling me on the phone.
Okay.
But the when he was gisting me, he started using, he was typing to me, and he deleted them too. So before then, when I was going to, okay, let me not go to that. So that was how those things started. So at that time, I'd left the house. He was the one following me up. He called me one day. I was in my sister's shop in Ongoro because I have a shop there too. And my younger sister has a shop there. So my elder sister was around. So he called me and asked me where I was. I told him that I was around my sister's shop. So he drove down to meet I and my sister. My two sisters were there, plus him and me. So he was not telling them that I need to leave this marriage, that if I don't leave, that man is going to kill me. That I need to leave, that there's nothing connecting me and that man in marriage. That if I don't leave, that Wilson is going to kill me. So my sisters were not saying that you are hearing, no, it's your pastor. You are hearing what your pastor is telling you. If you don't leave that marriage, if you die, we'll bury your enemy. If you cry small, it's over. So now that you have left him, don't go back again. So he was not telling me that I should not worry, that he's going to assist me. Anything I need to forward this my application is going to help me. That shouldn't worry. That I should just take that bold step. That as I left the house, I shouldn't come back again. I said, okay, no problem. So that was how he kept on calling me, asking me how things were going. He asked me how much I was having at that time, because at that time I went with my car and I was trying to sell my shop. So when I sold my shop, sold my car, he told me to give him the money. I should send the money to his account so that I can hold that money for me, so I don't use anyhow. So then he was not giving me like 100,000. Say I should use that one to like for my upkeep instead of using that money I've already saved. That I should use these ones for my upkeep. So it was the person that was with me at that time, because my husband was looking for me everywhere. In my shop, they say my husband went to go and write, beware of this shop. This shop is not for sale. Anywhere I go to, they will be saying your husband, we're afraid of him. Oh, now one person, no may not bring people, come scatter here. Oh, and just say, you can't be here, oh, because this thing is a very arrogant person. Oh. So that was how I was running from worry to Saple. So one day I now called my lady friend and I told her that, can't I go to Saple to meet your elder sister? She said, okay, she was going to call her elder sister. So she called her elder sister. I went to Saple to meet her elder sister. So when I got there, he said to me that after church, he was going to, that he would find time that maybe after services, he would come and be seeing me in Saple. So he kept on talking to me, told me that he loves me, I should not worry, everything will be okay, that I shouldn't worry, that he's standing by me, that till everything ends, he will stand by me, that he will come and meet me in the UK, they will open a branch in the UK, he will come and meet me there, that I should not worry, I should not follow any man, that since I'm already out of the marriage like this, I should not just follow any man, that I should just follow only him, that is only him that will take care of me and stuff like that. So that was how.
The pastor, they tell you all these things, so the pastor.
Yes, now they tell me all these things.
They use all this langua. And they go.
Okay, so that was how it kept on happening. So one day, him and his friend, he calls him his covenant brother. So he called that one day and told that one that he wanted to show him to somebody. His name is Pastor Fego Ogobelo. He has a church in Otokututu as well. I think the headquarters is at Benin. I think the father that owns the church. So he managed a branch in Warri here. So he called that one and told that one that he wanted to show me. He wanted to show me to him. So that day we were together. So when the guy saw me, the guy was like, "Hey, Thompson, you sharp post. Now this fine girl you go carry," and stuff like that. So it was not telling him that, oh, that is that he likes me very well, though. That's why he said he should introduce me to his brother, to his covenant brother. So he was not telling his covenant brother. He said, but I dey see and say this girl could betray me. I dey see and say this girl could betray me. Say something tells him in his mind that me, I will betray him. So me, I was like, why will I betray you? I said, I'm not going to betray you now. So that was we went to one hotel in Ugeli. That was where we went to. So after that, so because he manipulated me, he spoke to me nicely, he was helping me at that time because he was the only person standing for me at that time. So I just felt like, okay, maybe actually, because he was telling me that it's genuine love, that is genuine love. He even went to cry to my friend to tell my friend that he's in love with me. Yes, and my friend can
Which of your
attest to
friend be
that.
that? What will be your name of your friend? What will be your name of
The
your
name
friend?
of my friend is Jite Jaman.
Jite Jama. Come go cry,
Yes,
give the girl too.
yes. Cry to
Okay.
the girl because I already told
Say
her
what?
that
Okay.
look at what is happening. Oh, that Thompson
Yeah.
said he loves me and stuff like that too. So I cannot hide it from her. I said I should tell her. So he was monitoring my phone, making sure that I'm not telling anybody what's happening with both of us and stuff like that. So one day he was asking me that, "Did your friend, did you tell her anything?" I said, "Yes." He said, "Oh, why did you tell her now? You wouldn't have told her." I said, "She's my friend. Something is happening to me. I will tell her that this is what is happening to me." So one day, my friend just called me that Pastor Tom came to our shop, that Pastor Tom came there, that he was crying, that flu was coming out from his nose. He was saying that he loved me, that he loves me, that he has never seen this kind of love before, that find that they are men of God, though, but they can find genuine love, that sometimes you'll be married first before you see your true love and stuff like that, that things happen, that you must have married first before you now find out that someone is your true love. Confessing to the lady that I'm his true love, that he loves me, he's going to do anything for me. So the lady felt sober on her own part. She was not telling that, Papa came to meet her, Pastor Thompson came to meet her in her shop, that he was crying bitterly, hopelessly, that she even felt pity for him. So she was asking me that, what are you going to do now? I said, nothing, no. I said, the man has already told me that he loved me. I said, so that pity and stuff like that. I said, I thought I would just follow him and stuff like that. She was not advising me that, but if you not follow Ramo, a man of God, though, if you not follow Ramo and stuff like that, that was what she told me. She didn't support that thing, but pastor went to meet
Yeah.
her. Yeah. So she didn't support it. And I spoke to another of my friends too. I told her what was happening. She still told me that it might be that the man is manipulating me, because all these men of God, she does not need to believe them, and stuff like that.
What
That
will be
why is
that
it that
friend name? What will be that friend name?
that one, her name is Destiny.
Correct. I just want you to
Yes.
call her so that people would know. So
Yes.
that
And so
go
I
on.
told her. So she told me that it might be that this guy might be manipulating me. That I should watch very well. I should watch my back because these people can be very evil. But at that time, they could not really talk much because I was already passing through depression. I was emotionally unstable, So the only thing they can do was like to support me mentally, making sure that okay, if those few things that gives me happiness, I should do them, stuff like that. So that was what they were doing at that time. So after everything that happened, my visa, before my visa came out, I was going to do a biometrics in Abuja. So he said to me that after church, he was going to come and meet me, that he was going to sleep over. So he sent me money that I should make food for them. So he came to meet me in one hotel in Sapele. I think I've forgotten the name of the hotel, but I will get the hotel. It's one big hotel in Share Road. So he came there to come and meet me, gave me money to cook for him. It was him and his covenant brother that came. So he rented a room too as well for that his covenant
What
brother,
will be the
Pastor Fego.
covenant brother name? Oh,
The
Pastor
covenant
Fego,
brother's
correct.
name is Fego Ogobelu. So
Okay.
Fego was expecting a girl. He was expecting a girl to come from Asaba that day to come and meet him too. But it's like the girl couldn't come. So he was the one that slept alone in his room. So that was how everything started. So initially, I was not talking to him that there was one thing that there's one thing that they call Molly and stuff like that. That I saw it in one girl's page that they say is a happy pill and stuff like that. But we're talking on the phone when those messages, I was seeing those things on the girl's status. So I was just talking to him about it that I was seeing something that is making me laugh. That the girl says Molly, it gives that is a happy pills and stuff like that. So it was like that the girl was saying that the thing can arouse sexually and stuff like that. It was not like that I should call the girl now and tell the girl that I want to buy so that I can buy it for him so I can use it to try his wife. Because his wife is very lazy. That he wants to try it on his wife to see whether his wife is going to be active. So I called the
So you
girl.
want to try the molly for your wife?
Yes. So I called the girl. I called the girl. The girl called somebody that bought the stuff. I think around those Jedo area. The person brought it to me. To me in front of his house. So I gave him the tablet, the pink color, it's 2 colors. He said he wants to try it with his wife. So he called me later to tell me that, oh, that the thing didn't work, that the wife was fainting anyhow, that he was just pouring water on the wife, that he felt the wife was going to die, that the wife is even sleeping, feeling as if she's dying, weak and stuff like that, that he's afraid that this thing should not go and kill her, and stuff like that. And whenever he comes to meet me, he used to bring black bullets. When he's coming, he drinks black bullet. He buys it as he's coming. And he used to say,
the first time when I meet, so you use condom.
He no use condom.
But then I be the sapler.
Yes.
Okay, for that hotel, sapler.
Yeah. He didn't use condom. Okay. Yeah. So that was how we started this whole stuff. So when my visa was about to come out, when I was to go and submit my passport in Abuja, I called him to tell him everything that was happening. So on that day, I never knew, because the GO Pastor Emmanuel Kotete was not writing me on Facebook Messenger that I should come and see him in his office. So when he was telling me to come and see me in his office, I don't know the reason why he wanted to see me, but he was just telling me, my daughter, come and see me. I will check on Facebook. I should have it. I should have it.
Yeah, because Facebook not a delay.
Yeah, I should have it. It should be on my messenger. So he wrote to me that he wanted to come and that I should come and see him in his office. That he wants to tell me that he has something to discuss with me. So when he comes online to drop that message, I was already offline. And when he comes online, when I reply him, it's offline. So we're kind of like missing our messages. So when I got to Abuja, I had to call one of my friends, Sarah. Sarah, she's a member of that church. She's the MD. So I called Sarah. I said, Sarah, please, can you send me Pastor Emmanuel Kotete's number? I said, he has been writing me that he wants to see me, but I've not been able to see him. I said, so I want to talk to him because he's angry at me. So I called him and I said to him that, I said, Daddy, I said, it's me, Jite. He said, Jite, I'm angry. I told you to come and see me in the office and you refused. I was like, explain to him. I said, Daddy, I'm not around. I'm in Abuja. I'm doing my visa process. I came to submit my passport for my biometrics. He said, oh, that nobody told him. Oh. I was like, I already told Pastor Tom Ogenero. He was like, okay, no problem. That he's even coming to Abuja for Poliniche's program. I said, okay, Daddy, no problem. When you come, I'll come and see you. I'll come and meet you in the airport. He said, okay, no problem. Yeah. So before then, when I told Genero that Pastor Tom that Gio was wanting to see me, he was not telling me that Gio likes me, that Gio likes me very well. That every time they are talking, Gio is always talking about me. Gio say he likes the way I dress. I dress very neatly, that I look very nice. My uniform is always very nice because I was in the fire department. That my uniform looks very nice, that you will see anything as if I'm dressing dirty, like my uniform gathering. That, and then when I come to drop off an offering, that I smell very nice. That she knows that he likes women that smells very nice, that he likes me and stuff like that. So General now told me that that Gio likes you, very well, and Gio is telling me that he's interested in you. He says, so if Gio comes to Abuja and he calls you to come and meet him, what if he tells you to sleep with him? Will you agree? And that provoked for him. I said, what kind of rubbish is that one? I said, are you trying to run me for your father or what? I said, because I care for you, I should not talk for your father. Is that if I'm passing people in the church? He said, no, that should not be angry. That should not be angry. That it's not his fault. That you know that Gio is his father in the Lord, and whatever he tells him, that's what he does. And two of them, they have this bond and stuff like that. I shouldn't be angry. That it does not mean it that way. That is just passing that message to me, so that when I go to meet Gio, I should know what to expect. So that was how I went. So I called that covenant brother, Pastor Fego, and told him that, Pastor Fego, do you know what happened? Look at what Pastor Thompson told me, that Gio likes me and Gio wants to have sex with me. I said, I'm very angry. I feel like because he got me, he wants to pass me around. So that one was not like, hey, whoa, Gite, serious? You mean that? So Gio day game like this? If not be saying that you they talk me, I cannot believe. He said, no, say Gio day game. He called a laugh, say, hey, wonder shall never end. He said, no problem, I will talk to my covenant brother.
Who you and they talk?
Pastor Fego Ogobelo. That's my pastor's covenant brother. I wrote him to tell him that was what had happened. So he said he was going to talk to him. So when I went to meet Gio in the airport, there was a guy there that came to pick him too as well, that made a reservation for him. So all of us went to the hotel together with the guy. So that day we didn't talk about anything. We just talked about my travel stuff and everything. So he said that. So I left that night. Then the next day he told me to buy fruit and bring to him in Abuja in his hotel. My friend, because I was staying in my friend's house, so my friend is aware of this I'm staying. So from my friend's house, I took boat, bought the fruit. I went to give to him in the hotel. So that day I went to the hotel. We couldn't talk because he was going for he was going for the service. So we couldn't really talk. So I left. So the next day, Pastor Thompson had called me that this one Gio is around, that I should make food and go and give to Gio. So he sent me money to make food. So I and my friend went to Wuse Market to buy all the things that we used to make the soup. So I went to give Gio the food. So before I went to give Gio the food, Gio now called me to say I should not come now because one guy, Elvis is around. So Elvis is coming to move him from the hotel that he is to another better hotel. So when he gets to that hotel, he will call me to bring the food. I said, okay, no problem.
Every school. Now every
Yes,
school.
It's Elvis Poro. He said Elvis Poro was in Abuja. So he said he was going to call me. Then he would give me the location where the hotel is. Then I'll bring the food to meet him there. So when he called me, gave me the location, that's when Elvis had moved into that hotel. I now went there with the food, gave it to him, and he was rushing out immediately because he was already late for service. And he told me that Elvis dropped some cards for him to use and stuff like that. So he was already running out. So we didn't really talk. So as I dropped the food, I just left immediately. So the next day, he told me that we're going to talk the next day. Does not know the reason why he wants to see me, but I know he knows I'm anxious. But the next day, we're going to talk. So the next day, he told me that I can come. So I took a boat. I went to meet him. So when I went to meet him, he now asked me how the process was going on. I told him I've submitted the passport and stuff like that. So I'm just waiting. That in 7 days, I did priority visa. So like in 7 days, the visa would have come out. So I'll still be in Abuja because I put there that I will be the one to receive it, and I put a address, my friend's address. So I'll be in Abuja, collect the visa before I go back to Warri. So he said, okay, no problem. So I went to meet him that day. So talked about everything and stuff like that. So he now told me that the reason why I want to see you is that your husband called me on Facebook. He wrote me on Facebook Messenger to say that you and him has issues. You have met Pastor Emmanuel Potete, that's our general overseer. Yes, so he told me that my husband wrote him to tell him that both of us have issues, and Pastor Tom did not do anything about it. So that was why he came to report to him. So he invited him to come to his office, and they spoke. That he said a lot of things and stuff like that. I said, so what happened? So that was when I now told him everything that happened. That my husband was beating me, stuff like that. My husband has never beaten me because he caught me with a man or whatever. So with just common small issues, they say my mouth is sharp. Or you talk one, I don't talk 10. All those kind of things that makes him to hit me. And I'm just trying to like defend myself because that's the only thing I can.
Yeah.
Because that's the only thing I can. That's the only thing I can use. Okay, because that's the only thing I can use to defend myself. So he asked me, so I explained everything to him, told him how my husband behaved to me that I didn't like, and I had to like leave the house. And that my husband's son is that if I have to leave the house, he'll be looking for me everywhere. That this worry cannot contain me, so I have to like run away and just go abroad. So he said, okay, no problem. That so long as it's domestic violence, that he cannot advise me to stay in that marriage. He said because that old Sinashi that died, that singer old Sinashi that died, that has opened their eyes as men of God, not to just settle people and go back to abusive marriage. So if I know that so long as my husband is beating me and that thing is not a good thing, that is not going to advise me to go back to meet him. So I said, okay, no problem. So I said to him that, Daddy, I said, I did not see you, you did not see me. I said, because if you tell my husband that you have spoken to me, I know that you will have to like arrange for a meeting for us to meet, to discuss. I said, and there are some sensitive things that I don't want to tell him because my visa is not yet out. I said, I'm running away from him. I cannot start to go and explain that I'm doing my visa from the house to him when I've not gotten my visa. I said, so when I get the visa, you can now call me. He said, okay, no problem. I said to her, I'm not going to tell anybody that I saw you and stuff like that. That was what I told him. So we said, okay. So he now said I should kneel down, let him pray for me. So I knelt down. He was praying for me that you will not miss it in life again this time around. You will not miss it in destiny. Your visa will come out and stuff like that. So when he finished praying for me, I said, amen. So he was not like trying to raise me up as I was standing up. So me, I know I'm not handicapped. I can stand up while I knelt down now. Kind of like gave me a kind of up. So me, I was like resisting my body, removing my body, and I was telling him, I said, Daddy, thank you very much. Oh, I was shifting. I said, Daddy, thank you very much for this privilege. I said, I was using pattern, I said, I'm very honored. At least you called me. I'm very privileged. So I was removing my body from him. So he kind of like noticed that I was not into that kind of a thing because a man must not tell you with his mouth that he wants to sleep with you. He uses different tactics at you. And when you engage, they believe that you already understood. Yes. So when he did like that, he saw that my response was not a good one. So he knew that this girl was not in for that. So after we finished talking, I now left the hotel. I booked my cab and I left. So while I was going on the road, Thompson now called me to say, how did the meeting go? How did the meeting go? I said it was about my husband
How
that
did
he
the
told
meeting
me.
go between you and your general
Yes,
overseer?
and the general overseer. So I was not explaining to him that yes, to go to say. So I was explaining to him that it was about my husband that he called me. That he said that my husband wrote to him on Facebook that me and him has been having issues. I've left the house for over 3 months, and it spoke to Thompson, and Thompson didn't do anything. So that's why he reached out to him. So I thought so that was what happened. So I said I kind of like explained everything to him. He was not asking me that, are you sure? Are you sure? So two of you did not do anything. I said, we did not do anything. He said, you are sure? You and so that Joe did not tell you that I like you. I said, no, that Joe did not tell me that he likes me. He said, am I sure? I said, I'm sure. He said, are you very sure? I was not angry. I said, what kind of question is that? Why are you asking me that kind of question? And I said, okay, sorry. He said, I believe in, I believe in, I trust you. Don't worry, I trust you, I trust you, I trust you. So that was what he said. So I went back to my friend's house. So when my visa came out, that Joe was now, so then when that Joe ate the food that time, so he wrote me and said, my daughter, I don't know that you know how to cook like this. So I just thought that it's only yanga that you know how to do. I didn't know that you can cook like this. So he said, don't worry. When we go back to Warri, you will cook for me again and my pastors. I want my wife to taste your food before you travel. I said, okay, no problem. So when I came to Warri, he asked me that what kind of food can I cook best? And I told him, I said, I can cook anything. I say anyone, I can make it at its best. I know how to cook. I'm a very good cook. People can attest to it when they see this video. So he said that I should cook the best one. I told him, I said, anyone you choose, I can cook it perfectly, very well for you. He said, I should cook the one that is in my mind. I said, okay, no problem. So I decided to make okra, seafood, and vegetable for them. I went to the market, I bought all the stuff and stuff like that. I made the food in another of their assistant pastor's house, Pastor Toyo, something. It was I and his wife that cooked the food in their house at Ikpeki, carry the food to go and give them GO. That was about like 1 week before I wanted to travel. So he carried the food to go and give them GO and stuff like that. So before then, when my husband was already begging me, talking to me and stuff like that. So I already told him that this one I've gone out of the house, I've already put my leg outside, that I don't want the marriage again, that I just want to go, that I want to both of
you got your husband, wait first, when your husband body beg you. So you don't tell your husband, say you don't wire for outside.
Yes.
You don't put your leg for outside.
Yes.
So what you talk?
So I told him that while I was away, so for these 5 months that I've put my leg outside, so I don't want to come back to the marriage again. So my husband was like, for you to tell me this thing, that's why I'm even more interested in you. Because not every woman can come out to say this thing, even when they did not catch them. It's not like I catch you, it's like to tell me. He said, so for this, don't tell anybody, let's keep it. I know what to do. And I told him, I said, I cannot keep it. So I said, I will tell my sister. So I called my sister in Canada. I wrote and told her that see what happened. My sister was even angry with me at that time.
What's her name? Your sister in Canada. What did her name?
My sister in Canada, her name is Sylvia Omeke.
I just want me to call.
So I called her and told her. Yeah, so I called my sister and told my sister that I already put my leg outside, that Wilson is begging me, or I don't want to agree. That was why I even put my leg outside, so I can cross my mind not to go into that marriage again. So she was not even angry at me. That why would I do that kind of a thing? That just barely 6 months I left the house. That why did I go and do that kind of thing? Stuff like that. So me and her, we had our own issues. We were no longer talking at that point in time. So I told my auntie too. We went to my auntie's house at opposite Peabody. I am waiting. That I and my husband, we went to my auntie's house. I told my auntie. My auntie said, okay, that my husband should go and tell his mother. My husband said, no, that I cannot go and tell his mother because he knows that his mother does not like me normally because she feels like I'm too sharp, I'm too smart for the son. So normally she does not like me. So Winston said, no, that I cannot go and tell his mother. That so what will happen that he will tell his uncle. His uncle is a minister, Moses Awana, is a minister in one of all those GKS or GKM church or so. So he told his uncle. So his uncle now arranged.
What's the name again?
Moses Awana. Moses Awana is a minister, is one of the GKM or GKS church. So we had that conversation. So we met at Wetland Hotel in Mofo. So we discussed about it. So I told him that I already put my leg outside, but I didn't call any name for them because it was only Thompson that slept with me. So I didn't call his name. So I told them. So my uncle, the uncle said, okay, that no problem. That he will give us some verses of the Bible to read if we want to come back together. So that was what he did. He gave us some verses of the Bible for us to read. So that was how we did and we left. So when I came to Warri, after I made that food for them when I was in Warri, so Thompson started writing me with another number. I kind of like know that it's him because it's very manipulative, sort of. So I kind of like knew that it was him. So he wrote me to another number. I was saying, good evening, my adorable daughter. He said, wow, I was not able to forget what happened in Abuja in an Oreo. He
Yes.
said, he said, you are a very sweet girl. To me, I was not like, sorry, I said, who am I talking with? He says, your father, this is my new number. I have that message too. He says, my father, this is my new number. He said, I'm not able to
No, wait,
remove
look
what
at the
happened in
display.
Yes, I'm not able to remove what happened in Abuja from my mind. I was not asking him that what happened in Abuja. He was not still talking. He said, First Lady, because they call our general overseer, the wife, they call her First Lady.
Yes,
So it was not like, yes, it was not like First Lady enjoyed your meal. You are sweet as your
not
meal.
only Tinubu wife, the first lady now.
Yes.
Yeah, they hear you.
So he said, you are sweet as your meal. So me, I was like, I don't know who is talking to me. Oh. So he now said, he said it's your father. He said it's your adorable father. So that's when I knew that it was him. So he called me on my other phone. I was telling me that he was just trying to check if I actually slept with Emmanuel because he did not believe before. But now he has believed because he has tried to like play a fast one to checkmate me if I slept with him. But he found out that, okay, really, I didn't sleep with a man. So that was the conversation, but we had it over the phone. So that was it. So when I was to travel, he said to me that there was a land that he bought in Ikete. That I should not worry, that he's going to talk to his wife, they will sell it and give me the money. I should not go back to Wising. I should not make anything disrupt this my trip at all. That he's going to sell that land, he will give me the money to assist me and stuff like that. So when my visa was out, my sister now said to me that, "Ship your pastor, they talk that day for store, say he go help you, he go assist you. Call your pastor now." Me, I call the fear to call him. I called the fear to call her. She could say, call her now. I said, okay, let me just summon that courage. Because he has not given me any huge amount of money, or he has not given me any perspective that he can raise such kind of money for me. Because right on time, it's only 100,000, 50,000, you understand? So me, I didn't really believe the fact again that he was able to support me. It was another of my boss, one very good man that supported me. That man told me that so long as this is what I want, that it will help me till I get to where I'm going to. That it does not want anything from me, but it just want to make me a happy person to fulfill my destiny. If my destiny is to go to abroad, that it was going to help me. So I called, so when I spoke to him, so I called Pastor Tom. So he said I should come and meet him in church. So I went to meet him in the church. He was not telling me that, he didn't talk about that land again in Ekete. He was not telling me about another land, that there's one land that they gave to his wife when the father died, that land, they sold it when they didn't have money to pay their rent. So the lady they sold it to goes to the headquarters in Rayboat House. That the lady, his own wife, which is Thompson's wife, that our brother went to go and sell the land. That's a land that they already sold to that lady. The brother went to sell the land again. So now the lady said they should refund money. But the lady has bought the property over some years now. So the lady said the money she paid them is not what she's going to collect. So if she's going to collect money, she'll collect more than that. She says, so the money that he's having now is the money he wants to give to the lady, because the lady is threatening that he's coming to disgrace them in church. So when he told me that, I didn't say anything. I said, okay, no problem. He said, how do I sit? I said, okay, no problem. That was how I left. So I told my friend, I still what something told me, that something did not give me any money. That he told me. So she was not saying that now.
What about the money when you transfer to him? He don't give you back.
That money I transferred to him, when it was time to pay my school fees, they went to a program they call Impact. I built something in Port Harcourt. That's Pastor George Izowa program. They all went to the program. So that money I transferred to him, he transferred it direct to my agent when I needed to pay my school fees. It was the one who transferred it to my agent's account. So my agent can even bring out that evidence to say he got money from testing. So it was the one who transferred that money to my agent. So after everything, I now noticed that what he did was just manipulation. He manipulated me. He never really had any good intention for me and stuff like that. So me and I felt that, oh no, this thing has happened to me. As if I even do it on my own to collect money, because I had people that were willing to give me money, but I didn't do all those things because I felt that there was no reason for that. And whenever I tell him that somebody wants to help me, wants to give me money, he say no, that the person wants to sleep with you. I cannot agree. That is a lie. This, that, and stuff like that. So that was how my uncle, my cousin in America, gave me $500. Then my boss gave me 900,000. That's why I used to buy my flight ticket before I left. So when I was in the UK here, I gave my testimony normally because I've traveled. So I gave my testimony, so they shared it online. We're doing their September.
When you travel to UK, So you got do video
Yes.
of your testimony.
Video, yes, video, because the wife was writing me. That's Emmanuel's wife, Gio's wife was writing me. She was even telling me on how to compose my testimony, because when I got the prophecy that I was going to travel, it was not even the Gio that told me that I was going to travel. It was another man of God that came to do a program that prophesied to me that I was going to travel out of the country, and he gave me $1 as an evidence at that time. But even before he gave me that money, I'd already like started the process, like going to like take my results. So it was like a confirmation to me of what he said. So I packaged my testimony. She like put me through on how to share the testimony, and then I packaged the testimony. I sent it to her, so they played the testimony in the church during the service. So before then, I and my friend Maureen Ojarimo, we've already fallen out because all of us that were planning to travel. So I feel like because my own came out on time, there were like small issues and stuff like that that brought like small jealousy, and so we kind of like we parted ways. And when I came back from Abuja, I also told her that I saw that the Geo, because she knew that Geo was telling me to come and see him in the office. So I was not telling her. I said, babe, do you know why that Geo was telling me to come and see me? I said, which thing went to go and report me to that Geo?
Wait first. Which name you call the pastor?
Emmanuel Kosete, that is Geo. That Geo.
You call babe. You say babe. You say babe now.
Babe, yes, it's my friend Maureen. My friend Maureen.
Okay,
that I told that I am, yes, that I am Emmanuel Kotete has finally seen that it was my husband's matter that he wanted to discuss with me. That's why he was saying he wanted to see me. So I told her that I even cooked for him when I went to Abuja. So I told her all those things. But I told him that no, I don't want him to know and stuff like that. So that was what happened. So when I was there, I didn't know what happened. For me and her, we kind of like fell out before I traveled. So it's like the Gio went to go and prophesy to the girl. And Gio, me and Gio, we don't have any communication. Even when he's talking to me, he'll be telling me, don't let me ask you before you tell me. Give me details of how you are doing your stuff. I shouldn't be asking you first, because I was not interested in even having conversations with him and stuff like that. You get? Yeah. And sorry to cut you short. Before I traveled, 2 days to when I was going to travel to Abuja, he sent for me to come and meet him in his office. So I went to meet him in his office. So I was not telling Thompson. I said, your daddy, Gio, they say make a, that's our general overseer, Emmanuel Kotete. He said that I should come and meet him in his office. So I went to meet him. Before I went, I was not telling Pastor Tom that your Gio don't they call me again. I don't want all this on a problem. I don't know why he's calling me. I should come and meet him in his office. What did he want to tell me? It was like, I beg, go, you two, they do yanga. He said, you now, you don't turn to. He said, my father in the Lord is just lusting and loving you anyhow, and your mind now, and stuff like that. So he was just laughing and teasing me. He said, go first. You don't know what he wants to tell you. So when I went there, he gave me money. He gave me something in an envelope, a brown envelope. They sellotape it round. So he gave me, and I said to me that, hey, GT, I don't know say you good like this. I don't know say you be nice girl like this. So if I had met you on time, he said, he could pay me, say, now when I know you, now when you want to travel. He said, because now so he talk, I say, he said, pay me, say, now when I know you, now you want to travel. He said, but well, it's all for good. He said, if I know you quick, he said, I for spoil you, GT. I for spoil you, I wish I quick know you. That was the words that he told me. So me, I just laughed over it and said, oh, Papa, I said, I don't know what you gave to me, but I'm very excited, though, and stuff like that. So Thompson had told me that I should bring what he gave to me to the church to meet him so that we can open it together. So I said, okay. So before I went to meet him, one of my friends went there. She has a salon in Otoko. So I went to meet her and told her that, see, that Gio gave me a parting gift too, but I don't know what is inside. But Thompson said I should not open it. I should bring it to him so that he can open it for me. So I went to Alaja, went to meet him. So when I went to meet him, he opened the envelope and he saw that it was money. So it was about 130,000 that Gio parted me with when I was leaving. Because when I was in Abuja, I spent money. I was going with cab and boat. So my money I was spending, so at least I deserve that money back and stuff like that. So it was not like, say that Gio is gifting you, not giving you money. That Gio just, they love you. And that Gio won't follow me, drag my girl. It was not just talking like that and stuff like that. So that was how that issue passed. So when I got to the UK, I don't know that there was a problem there. The Gio prophesied to Maureen, tell Maureen that she should not travel now. She traveled, something was going to happen to her. One thing, and I was not aware of all these things. Because one girl, Wendy, that sent me the video, said that look at what Gio told Maureen. So I was not like, how did he know?
Say Maureen confirmed.
No, I don't think I have that video, but I will check.
Okay.
So she was not saying that that it was Maureen. So I was not like, how did Daddy Gio know that her friends are traveling? Because Daddy Gio does not know me and Maureen as friends, and I've never gone to discuss anything concerning me and Maureen with Gio. The only thing me and Gio discussed about my travel matter and and my marital issue, that's the only thing that we've ever discussed. So she now said that no, that Maureen confirmed it, that yes, many of her friends are traveling. So that was when he was not talking deep. So like they kind of like went to Alaja, the girl's husband was angry, stuff like that. So they kind of like want to turn the thing again on me. So like something was not going. So something that called me here. GT, I'm sorry to cut you short. Before then, when we went to Saple that time, there's a girl called Sarah. She was our MD, the girl I took that Jill's number from. So I was not telling him that I'm hearing that you are sleeping with Sarah. You sleeping with Sarah? I said no. I said, let me check your conversation with Sarah so I can be sure that you are not sleeping with
Who
Sarah.
is
Because
Sarah?
at that time, Sarah is the MD of the choir.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
Sarah,
so now
Sarah
you are
again.
not talking to you and
Tom.
Thompson now. Okay.
We were talking. So because then we had not had sex then. So I was not telling him that because he was counting people for me, that Deaconess Esther Bruchet want to sleep with him, that Deaconess Mercy want to sleep with him, that even one girl, Lily, that girl sent a naked video to him, that the girl snapped her pussy and sent to him, that one girl, Tessie Otaigo, that one, he showed me the message that Tessie is sending to him, that he wants to, that both of them want to have intercourse and stuff like that. And him too was like trying to resist her. So he was trying to prove to me that a lot of people want to sleep with him, but he does not like them. It's me that he likes. Yes, saying that me now he love this, that, say not most of those people. And all the people he was counting for me, they are all people's wives that he was counting for me. So and I told him that I want to see you and Sarah. Yes, in the church. I said I want to see you and Sarah's conversation. So he gave me his phone. So when I opened the phone, I saw that plenty alert. Money that is sending Sarah. I'm seeing their conversation in between.
This Sarah,
so there was one
married woman. This
not be married woman, not single girl.
Okay.
So because the girl now they pass the girl up and down for the church. Everybody knows the girl story normally. So and I read a place. So the girl was not saying, Daddy, I'm not fine, no, I'm not feeling fine, no, in the message. Oh. He was not asking her that what happened to you. She says she does not know that her body is just doing her one kind, that she does not know that this one. Now I got tell and say, are you sure? Abi you want that thing? Now they took all the laugh. Now I got tell and say, sure. I said, what is that thing? He said, no, that is not. I said, are you sleeping with Sarah? He said, he's not sleeping with Sarah. Oh, that na Sarah they disturb Bambo. He said, na Sarah won't sleep with him at all costs. He said, but he no won't sleep with Sarah because Sarah get HIV. That's what he got tell me. Because when he told me that word, I told Maureen, Ojaremo, I told Wendy, so that look at what Pastor told me that Sarah had HIV. I told them. So that matter too burst for Nigeria because those girls they talk all the things when I tell them. So the thing burst for Nigeria. Now he call me. Jite, if I die, my death go there for your head though. Allow me. Not talk anybody wait for you for this matter. Not judge for them again, oh. Not judge for them again, oh. You don't go now, you don't cause problem for a year. Allow me, make I go use my body, say rough ground. Make I take go settle this matter. Anybody wait for you, not talk again. Not talk again. This, that, and I said, okay, no problem. So I didn't say anything again. So it's like he went to meet Maureen and her husband in their house to go and beg them because I was hearing that the Maureen's husband was trying to like want to create problem, go and meet them, Gio and stuff like that. So according to what my husband told me, that Maureen's husband said that Thompson came to meet him and told him that that thing that the Gio used to, that Pastor Emmanuel Kotete used to do prophecy, that it was me that went to go and tell Pastor Emmanuel. That's why Pastor Emmanuel used to do prophecy. So me, I was not thinking that really, if I went to go and tell Pastor Emmanuel anything before about Maureen, is this supposed to use it as a prophecy in the first place? And moreover, there was nothing like that. So because I was not around, they were trying to like use my head to settle all the problems around there so that they can just force me that I'm the problem and the problem and the problem. But people were calling me and telling me the returns when I was there. So before I left, I was already sending him a message. I'm disappointed in him. I'm angry at him. That look at that. And another thing to cut you short again, it was the one who bought me this phone. He bought me this techno phone.
Property.
Yes, it was the one who bought me this techno phone. And when these are aware that I bought me this phone, St. German is aware that I was the one that bought me this phone because he looked at my phone. He told me that I was too open. Because before he did all these things, he planned it. He told me that it was since 2019 that he has been wanting to get me. Yes, that he has tried every means to get me, but I was not looking to his direction. So he had to like bring me close to himself. He said because he saw me as this dreaded person, that somebody that you cannot just go and tell all those kind of things. That it's expected that either I disgrace him or I insult him, that was how he perceived me to be. So he couldn't have just come to tell me like that. So he had to like bring me close to himself first before and allow me to gain his trust, before he can now start telling me some certain kind of things. And then when I was in church, it was the one telling me all these things when we were in the hotel, that when I was in church, that anytime he comes to take my phone from me, that he wants to call mama, because there are times to have our rehearsals outside the church premises, that's on the floor. He will come and meet me that, Tajite, give me your phone. Innocently, I was just giving my phone. So he told me that those times he was collecting my phone, that it's not mama he was calling, that he was going to look at my conversation, he was going to look at my pictures. He was not telling me that I'm too open, that I didn't even lock any of my this thing, like I didn't lock my picture, I didn't lock my messages and stuff like that. He was going to buy me a phone, so that as I was doing that process, when I've left as I was doing that process, I would be able to like lock some things for people not to access my phone. So he bought me this phone. He put some kind of gadget that used to lock WhatsApp text, lock messages. He downloaded all those things on the phone and stuff like that. So after everything, he now told me that he saw some of my fine pictures, because I'm a woman, I'm in my house and I'm doing video, I'm wearing bra, I'm wearing pants, I'm just doing my thing. So he kind of like saw all those things right from time. Yes, so started looking at all my videos. I'm wearing pants, wearing bra, I'm just doing my thing in my house. So he has gone through my phone and he saw that there was no evidence, as in he saw that there was no man I was talking to. I was nothing, because he kept on asking me every time. I said, is there anybody you are sleeping with? Is there anybody that is doing this thing to? I said, there's nobody like that. I said, I don't have any relationship with anybody. I said, it's just you. He said, am I sure? I said, yes. He said, tell me the truth now. Tell me the. I said, there's nobody. I said, I'm honestly telling you, there's nobody. Nobody. I'm not sleeping with anybody. He said, okay, no problem. That he believes me. That why he's telling me is because that we're having sex raw. So he does not want, he's afraid of infection and stuff like that. So that's why he's asking me if I have any other person I'm sleeping with and stuff like that. So that was it. So that's when I started sending him all those messages that I'm angry at him, that look at what he did. So when I got here, I started hearing different news of how he's sleeping with different married women, some girls and stuff like that. So that thing that already prompted me to say, a lot of people.
Which, some of the name of the married women, you know some of them? When you
hear yes. Because he also told me that one lady, Nurse Vivian, that the lady likes him and stuff like that, because the lady is a nurse, she's the one that used to go and treat him and stuff like that. So he was just calling names like that for me. So when I was there, I was just hearing their names. I say, Papa sleep with this girl, that one girl brought child to the church to say Papa that owns the child, that they cover the matter for church, stuff like that. So I now knew that these are strategies that they use for people, and then they don't come back to say what happened. When they feel disgrace, they will leave the church like that. Or some of them are still blind, they will still come back to the church, because if we explain to them and tell them that, that everybody are human beings, you can make mistakes, so you have to move on, so that God will not be angry with us. He will do you finish, or he will not come again with the Bible to reorganize your mind, so that I can boost that your confidence to still be coming to church, telling you that you are not, that it's not only you that is a sinner, that sometimes God allows people to sin, so that things can pass through you, makes you to be a strong person. So now you have the mindset that, okay, even if you sleep with me, make us still the come church. So you kind of like build up your confidence again, and then you still be coming to church. And that's why you see that all the women he's sleeping with, some of them are still going to church, because there are words like that it tells them. So after I was there sending him all those messages, so I started sending him messages. I said, so all these things that you did, I said, I came here, you did not even you didn't even check on me, you are not checking on me. I said, and I was looking for a male figure in my life. I said, you that was standing for me as a male figure, you deceived me, you did that. That was all those messages I was sending. So that's when he was now writing me that, Madam J, good evening, Madam J. But there was a time I spoke to you, now you did not answer me. I have the remainings of the message, because I was angry, so I didn't even reply his message. So it was not writing to me that, but there were times I wrote to you now that you did not reply now. You say, I see your daughter as my daughter, because I talked about my daughter, that I don't know how it looked those people in their face when they come to the church and stuff like that. So after all this story, what brought about this whole issue now? Because I had already started fighting him since 2022. So there was another of the Deaconess Boko. I now told her last year, because she was in South Africa, I now called her and told her that, Mama, there's something I want to tell you. She said that, what is it? And I told her that, see the encounter I had with Pastor Thompson. She now confirmed to me that Thompson has sent her a message one day to tell her that I love you. The lady's name is Deaconess Boko. She's the senior deaconess in Move of God Mission. She now told me that this thing that I'm saying is not a lie. That Pastor Thompson has sent her a message, wanted to say, I love you. Pastor Thompson called delete the message. But Thompson don't know say she'd already see the message before in delete her. She said, I saw it tell her for office because she na his secretary. He said, I saw Thompson tell her for office, say, in the lost over house, say, make sure not they wear trousers, they come again. Then she goes, okay, no problem. I know they wear trousers, they come again. See, sometimes when she's attending to Thompson in the office, Thompson will just lock the door and be looking at her like this. She'll go, they say, Papa, what's happen now? Say, Papa, go just they look her like this, eyeball to eyeball. Go, they look her. He said, they say, Papa, what's happen now? What's I do now? He said, go say nothing, no worry, go. No worry, go. So he's trying to like look for a way to want to like tell her that make the two sleep together or something. But you know, they get the courage because I believe that that woman is older than him. That man can approach anybody. He has that thing. He knows how to build his audience and knows how to manipulate people. You would think that there are some things he will tell you that you cannot say no and stuff like that. So that was what that lady told me. The lady now even told me that no wonder that they groom them. Say anytime when we say they hear anything about their pastor, even if it's a bad thing, they make them fight like Pastor Chris member. He say no wonder that they groom them, they tell them like that. He say no wonder the man they call, they tell and say this woman they like and this woman they like and this woman they like and so that if the thing boss, she go fit stand as witness. Say in already tell her before say this woman they like him, so that she go stand as witness. So she can explain many things for me. So she come tell me say what I go do. She make a send message to her say, Mama, I want to talk to you and it's about Pastor Tom. Say then she go call, transfer the message, go give Tom. Make she hear Thompson reaction. Immediately as she transfer the message, go give Tom. Tom does the talk. I not do anything that I'm afraid of. She have history of sleeping with different men before she left Nigeria. Thompson was not castigating me. So she was not like, now wow. You never go hear what make me want tell. You never go hear anything from my mouth. Say I won't tell you. Say the girl talk. Only message I just tell you say the girl say he won't talk to me and it's about Pastor Tom. You don't already they castigate the girl say they sleep with different men. She called right time for the message say guilty conscience. She write time I get the message. Say anybody go don't know say in do something because they never tell you waiting make they write you. You don't already they castigate the person say they sleep with different men. They say, why you I say nothing and man matter the girl won't talk about and stuff like that. And so the lady come open up a lot of things to me. Come tell me how the GO for there. They even they tell his sister say he love and pass time. There's the GO for headquarters. They tell his sister for that because one of his sister don't come up for marriage too. Say they tell and say he love her pass time. So she can't understand. Say okay, now this thing now this man they do. And another girl Tomare, that's the assistant pastor's wife, something Toyo wife Tomare. Tomare, I told her before when this thing happened to me, and I told Tomare that see what happened to me, see what happened to me. Tomare now confided in me that when she was in Papa's house, those times that she was getting pregnant, her husband was going to always branch. So he would stay there for 2 days before he come back. And she was pregnant. And anytime she's pregnant, she would fall like faint in the house. Nobody is there. Papa now said, okay, she should come to his house to come and be staying while the husband would be away for those 2 days. So she now told me that anytime when Papa they talk to her, say Papa go they cry, they talk about the wives, say wife this, the wife that, wife they suffer around, the wife no they. So everybody call the pity for her. Say, hey, why mama be like this? Why mama? She say every time when Papa they talk to her, say Papa prick, go they stand. Say, hey. She said, Papa prick.
Make her very laugh small. He said the bola go dey
stand. Yes. Say anytime. Yes. So say anytime when Papa they talk to her, say he prick go dey stand. Say she said the way Papa they talk. Say she don't almost want even just tell her say this one way your wife they do you that Abi make she just sleep with her. She said she don't even get that leading before to say Abi make her just sleep with this man to make this man happy. You know, stuff like that. She can say, but when she look the thing don't they too much for the house. Then I make she come out for the house. She come out so that she no go fall temptation. And so she tell me. But she not tell me say she and the man sleep. But she tell me say the man freak, they raise and stuff like that.
Anytime
so, yes, anytime where they talk. So that was how that was. The Thompson house when she go. Her husband I be assistant pastor to Thompson. So now his wife now they tell me all these things. So when I they talk to her concerning the matter, I tell her say, I tell that married women they pass through this thing to nobody they talk. I say we cannot leave this thing to continue like this. So they tell me say, just say forget now, leave everything for God. leave everything for God. Now you want to go spoil the name. I say, no, be say I won't spoil the name. Women need to be liberated. I say, no, be say I won't spoil the name. I need to talk so that people will still understand, say, these things, they happen, and they do them, they take. Not be the women clear eye, you understand? They are being manipulated. No stuff like that. So now she goes, say, may I leave everything for God, make I leave everything for God. So I call the ask her, say, make she go ask Thompson this thing so that they tell her. So I call the ask her, say, whether you don't ask Thompson. She say she asked him, say the way he react, say he can't make her not feel answer him anything again. She just say me she just leave the whole matter. I call observe, say if I they talk to her about this matter, she go call the tell me, say, make her forget, make her forget, make her forget. So recently when I call the writer, they tell her, say, you to marry, you don't know, say Papa they sleep with people wife for that church. Hey, Gita, I don't know what you they talk, oh. I don't understand what you they talk, oh. I beg, I not say, oh. And she not switch because they don't already, she don't go meet Pastor. Pastor don't want and say me, she don't follow me, they discuss anything. So she don't switch now on me. But I understood that part because now the pastor they feed them. And at the church house they did for them. Yeah, so she can't switch on me. She'll probably tell me, I don't understand what you are saying, no. I don't understand what you are saying, no. You know, stuff like that. That was how that issue died. So I now explained all these things to the woman. The woman now even told me that now she they cook before, oh. Say Nana the told me they cook for pastor. Say she did, then they wash the two. Oh. Say whether I'm not sure, say Papa they sleep with her. I say if na that time, I'm not sure, but if na now, I did very sure say the man don't they sleep with her. And I make it they give her all those privileges and stuff like that. Yeah. And she called they say now wow, say this church, this thing big oh. She call they talk like that. She called they say she don't even know how she will take go face the church if she come back from South Africa. Say she don't know how she want to go function for there again. I have all these things in our conversation too as well.
Who called that was how the woman?
Deaconess Boko, yes. Yeah. So I even call one other lady step again. I still explain to her, say, see what happen. No, that one deaconess will come up our church, Deaconess Mercy. I explain to her, say, see what happen. No, see what happen. No. She could tell me, say, say they don't already come up for the church, so you not get what they go feel, which she feel do and stuff like that. And so that one tell me. So the other things come past. So recently now, me and my husband called they beg me, say, we settle. And me, I don't already come out, they go 3 years. I don't already they live my life. You understand? And me, I'm making sure that everything that will make me to have my stay, that's what I'll do, because that's what I came here for. You understand? Before I bring my daughter and stuff like that. So me and my husband, we had a plan to be able to bring my daughter over like that. Both of them was going to come. So as I was threatening Thompson that I want to report him to my husband, that I will report him to my husband, if he does not use his mouth to go and tell my husband that he slept with me, that I will report him, that we expose him and stuff like that. So I was telling him, he called to go to meet my husband. I was not telling my husband, you call my husband, say, where are you? Come, I have a prophecy for you. We call they give him fake prophecy to put him off balance. So later, now we call they tell me, say, what they make you and those me they tell me, say, no, they go that church again. No, they go there. So, but you know, they know why me they tell him.
Your experience just must say,
yes, they may not they go there again. So in call they wonder, say, what did they happen? Just not Thompson day for your side before. Nah, Thompson day for my side. What did they happen when you say me cannot go church? But I know if they open up to Ram at that time because I was not ready. I was not mentally ready to tell him those things at that time, but I knew that I was going to tell him. So, and I said to him, so one day, like as I threatened Papa, as I send that message, say, if you don't talk, I will report to your wife. Now call Winston. Call tell Winston, say, may Winston call stay for church. Call they tell Winston, say, tell my husband, say me, won't poison Winston before I come up for Nigeria. Say me Winston thank you God, say Winston for not die. Say me I did very manipulative. Say me ask him for money, not give me, I thought they want blackmail him. Say me they talk, say make him leave your wife, make me live with him. Make both of us marry. Say he not green, I make me the best. Say make Thompson not make my husband not do anything for me. Make him not bring the pikin call give me. Say I want to take the pikin run. No. Say me no go green for the marriage again. No. He call like instigate my husband. So my husband call the reason and say, so what did I do this girl with this girl want to poison me? So he not tell me, but I just saw that in the plans, he call withdraw. He not call they do the way me and I plan again. So one day we call the quarrel over my daughter. For my daughter they stay for his sister house and I'm not they satisfied for that place when he stay. So I call the fight and say no, make the pikin stay with her and I get pikin. This, that, and stuff like that. Because where my pikin they stay, they molest the 4-year-old daughter for school. So my pikin not they exposed to a lot of things. So me I'm not they comfortable. So I call the fight and say no, make he carry the pikin, this, that. Now he call they tell me, say you they crazy, you idiot. So me and I call they exchange words. You wait, say you won't kill me. What should I do when make you want to poison me, step UJ? What should I do when make you want to poison me, step UJ? Now he call they cost me. They cost me. Now he call tell me say na Thompson. I tell her, say me won't poison her. So when I saw the whole game, I thought, if I not tell this man this thing now, this guy go they use our two head, they hit normally.
Yeah,
So now then, he got to tell me, say, what happened between me and Thompson? Now got tell us, say, let me tell you the truth. That person I told you I slept with when I was not in the house, when I left, I say it's Thompson that slept with me. I can't explain everything what happened. I can't tell I say the person when I tell him say I sleep with, I say that person na Tom. I can't explain everything, how the man take do me, how he take enter me and stuff like that. I can't send them all these things when I say they write Thompson. So I can't send them everything. And when we enter this, and that last year, me and my friend I would call plan because everything when I they write.
Okay, when you tell your husband, so when you tell your husband, which year you tell your husband?
I told my husband last year, December.
Okay, December.
That December, I tell my husband, say, see what happened. So that video, that audio conversation between me and Tom, not be only that audio, I get the response too as well. So me now, me and my friend come plan and say, may we at least get word from you understand? Let's hold him with word. So me, I did UK for years. Now they call him. So they call him, I call they use my phone, they record the line when they call. Now I could send a message, they say they won't start for me. So I want know if I should if I go call his name. Now he call me. Now he tell me, he will call me back that they are in church. Call me back. So when he call me, the network call they break. The call cut. I can't recall him back again. So when they called him back again, he was not asking me, are you trying to want to record me? You trying to want to record me? I said, why would I want to record you? I said, I'm not trying to want to record you. He said, okay, it's like I'm staying on my end. It's like you're trying to want to add me to a call. I said, no. I said, if I'm trying to want to add you to a call, you will see it over your end. I'm trying to add you to a call. He said, okay, no problem. That maybe it's network or somebody was trying to call him. It was not like, hey, for that thing that we discussed, I want to give you counsel based on your pastor. Me and my friend called the listing. He said, make I not go there, go call him. I quite explain for him, say they say I go call name, this, that. Now he said, make I not go there, go call name. Which are they go call name for? Before I go talk anything, don't call name. Then they call name. He said our parents, when they born us that time, many of the children, they not resemble. A lot of things. I will send all those conversations to you. So because of her, he's a very smart guy. As he don't know, say, they try to record them, because they can't the words when they talk. Because they say you don't do for here, you don't do for there, and now you did that the process of life, now constant, now challenges, now this one, because they advised me wrongly. And so now I say, I call the tell them for the video, say, because my lady friend call they tell me, say, not call name, if you call the name, church goes scatter. Oh. He say nothing can scatter the church. The church is the church of God. It will only have an upward shaking. After a time, it will balance. I have the video call too that we're making. So that was when me and my friend was now looking at ourselves saying, Stian, come cut nose for us, say Stian, and stuff like that. So I have all those messages. So that's how I now sent. So it was me that played that role. My daughter is never sick. She was never sick at any time. I tried to want to get conversation from him. That was why I brought up that idea. And obviously, I'm in the UK. They cannot start for me when I'm here. It's only when I'm in Nigeria that's when they can do that thing, because they will see me face to face to do those kind of things normally before. But me, I'm trying to want to get words from him. When I was talking about those money and all those things, I was trying to see if he will feel sober to say, but say, and God will forgive us. I was trying to get words from his mouth, but he refused to say anything drastically. So when I sent all these messages to my husband has said that he knows before say this men, they do all these things for the church. He said he go deal with Thompson. He go cut Thompson leg for more. He called a vest on his own at that time. So when we enter January, now he called tell me, say, Thompson, they still able to call him because he not call they go to church again. So Thompson don't they call and they find out from why he not they come, stuff like that. So he not they give Thompson any response. So when we enter January, he call they beg me, call they say this on a new year. Say how this our marriage will be. Say make we two settle, may we move on. I can tell and say things already spoiled. I said already did this side. And I don't want to come back again to that marriage. I say because this one I don't tell you I don't put leg for outside when they never even return dowry. I said fine, I did not do it when I'm in your house though. But you will still use and they cost me later. I said to me, I don't want to settle back and stuff like that. So as I tell her that thing, the thing not come give her morale again to say go fight Thompson. Because he can look and say, wait till they go fight for now. The person where they go fight for say he no wants me. So wait till go make me go fight. I call here say in call Thompson. Tell Thompson say everything when he don't give Thompson. Say me Thompson return her, if not he go close the church. He can't even send me the message. I get the message. They tell me say they say that so they panic. Say instantly. Now they bring all those things, the AC, the RAM. He send them, give me. Now he can tell me say you not get
So
problem with something.
you get the video
I get the
of that thing
video.
we send you. Where they
Yes.
just send out the AC, the fan,
The
the RAM.
AC, yes, yes. So Thompson
Correct.
can already go
Clap your
give am a
side.
mistake because scatter the church. So now you can tell me say you not get problem with Thompson. Say na me we go fuck and na me get problem. This that talk here and everything. I can say okay, no problem. So I can call one guy for Alaja Tompolo because my husband, I don't yesterday don't send the tape for everybody. I can call Tompolo. I can tell Tompolo say, bro Tompolo, see what happened to me. Oh, I can explain everything to her. Then he tell me say even my husband not they do anything about the whole matter. Oh. Say people they ginger for Alaja to go fight. Say this girl, hey no, we not go gree. Oh, this that. Say people even they ginger, but we still not they do anything. Then I make people still they calm for year and stuff like that. So I not gonna even talk anything. Before I know, now they see you read the news. Oh. I didn't know how that conversation got to you. So me got a fight with him, say, listen, why you go bring that thing up online? We said that's my husband. They fight me, say me, are they desperate? Say, waiting, make me go send the thing out. I think not be me who send them out. So now later we'll go find out, say, now one guy, be like, say, people call, they look and say, this boy, no, this man don't do anything. For back, they call, they say, we must do something to expose this man. So long as say, now this girl they info, we must do something. They say, that be the problem we happen for Alaja for everywhere. So me, I didn't even know anything concerning this video.
Yeah. Not be now. Somebody nice tell me. Say, see, I see that they talk to your husband, they beg her. Say, so, but they won't make this thing happen because this man we don't want to other people wife. So when I drop the video, I know they do saga. When I drop video, I'll just read. I don't go on that reading. But the way the church members call they do, other people they do. Now I say, wait, this thing, the big pass with you. I need to go into. I can't go back to the text message. I call the hear J. I say no. If now you form this message, then you're not supposed to call yourself G. You call yourself GT, or you call yourself your real name. Something is wrong somewhere. Now let me go look for your number. Wait, me and you call it up, so that people will know. Because a lot of people now call they say, oh, they even see life on my head though. If you say no, only you they life for head. They say the pastor me and I know for long. Say me and I don't date my girlfriend before, so I won't do revenge. Now let me now come bring this one come. Like this called the life on my head. Not small like they even see life on my head. Me we not even know the man. They see life on my head.
So I think get video too.
Yeah, which video is it you get to?
Now one of that girl with they follow around, they stay for your house that time.
What do you the girl name?
Now knowledge be the girl name. The girl tell me, but the girl don't know say I record her. So when she they talk to me, I they record her. She tell me say when she they stay for your house, say na so you they touch her. Na so you go they come, say she they sleep for chair. He go come, she first asleep, she go shock, wake up, she say something stand for there. They look her. Say go they tell her, say, you fine for sleep. You fine for sleep. Say she come say, I beg, she come carry her wrapper. Come go inside room, go meet the wire, go sleep with them. He says, Sajite, you know how many times? You know how many times this man they do this thing to me? You know how many times? He said, I got tired, I don't know what to do. I go get to come up for the house. So when I come up for the house, saying, oh, my body call free. He go be like, say, get one load for my body before. He said, I can't get to even go church for deliverance. My sister church for deliverance. She said, come talk am again, say another girls for two girls where they come the church. Say they judge the thing for Jenny School Road. Say pastor, they toast her, they tell her, say, go take care of her, go take care of her, go take care of her, and stuff like that. Say I make. And say when they talk the thing, then I she call they say, so this pastor don't do and reach all these girls too. Another lady again will be MIT for church before. The girl send us a video, a voice note of how Papa take sleep with one girl when the girl take die. The girl born twins, the girl they our choir. That time, the girl born twins, the girl they stay for Alaja there. The girl born twins, the girl called die. Papa like say Papa they sleep with the girl. When the girl called they sick, the girl not call talk what they happen to her. But like say the girl open up to somebody. But they can't, they won't do the matter like say the girl they talk against the church, something like that. So let's say they're not called they go pray for the girl again. So the girl call even the lady call talk everything, call talk and say the man even do one. The lady when they talk to a married woman, she said the man do one to ram. Now she call wrong come up for the church. Say, because what did not happen, they know they go, they revise and they come back. Call names of people.
I see yes, the pastor the like all those young girls where they never marry, we insist they sleep with. After I don't sleep with, they sleep with. I call the yes, they give up. That kind of thing you don't see experience anyone. You don't hear of anybody's
No,
story like that.
now this Sarah now no say they pass they give that the Jew because the girl they pay her house rent that they give her everything. The girl not able to think of to marry or to live life. Everything that they do for the girl, they pay her house rent. They do everything for her. Even he get one time where the girl don't tell me say Pastor love her. She don't tell me say Pastor love me well well. Pastor love me well well. She don't open her mouth tell me. But me I
You
just feel
get
say
one
maybe na
story too.
normal agape love.
You get one story too where they tell me about the pastor. Say get one girl where he give to one man, come marry, come go Asaba. Then after 2 months, that marriage got close. You don't hear about that story too.
Yes, I think I heard about it. I
Wetin be
heard
the girl
about the
name? The
story.
person no gree tell
The
you,
girl
no
name
gree
na
tell you.
Eloho. The girl name na Eloho.
Hello.
Ma find her.
Okay, who
I
the
know her
girl?
name. The girl sister na George for
Okay, the girl sister
Asaba.
na George. Okay.
Yes.
So
The
wetin happen
the
between
pastor,
you
the
and
first
that
they
girl?
say for the girl. I don't know what happened between you and the girl, but I hear one time say one guy like that for Alaja. One guy for Alaja say one of his friend na Saba the guy they stay, the man they stay. So the man come that time because his wife died. So the man called the fine person when he want marry. So he called the fine person where they homely to marry. So be like say they can't arrange that girl, give the man, make the man marry the girl. So according to the girl say, in go ask pastor, say, this man, so you sure? Look at where I don't first go one marriage before, I don't go another one again. No. You sure say na God they really say make I marry this man? Pastor say yes, say God say make you marry the man. They say now the marriage stay happen 2 months, the girl can't go Asaba. Then they say 2 months time the marriage stay break, the girl can come back to worry. The girl know the thing, but she no go like to share the story because her parents
So
now strong.
wetin call break? Okay, wetin call break the marriage?
We don't know what to break the marriage, oh. We didn't know
Okay.
what broke the marriage because the marriage was just early, too early to just crash up like that. Except say maybe we will find out from the girl, and that's if she's willing to talk. That's the problem. Nobody's willing to talk.
They dey shame now. You know, say people dey mock them. That is just the problem.
That's so now.
So wait, so now for your mind now, wait, you say some people that they write you for inbox, some a lot of married
Yes,
people. So what are the
yes,
things where they tell you, where they say they write you, where they hear your story? So which of the
yes.
story that they put?
The story where they put now that the story where they put now that tape when I tell you say somebody sent to me, the married woman, we send the tape to me to tell me say it don't say where the pastor they do the thing. Say don't say where pastor they sleep with people wife for that church. Come they mention names, come mention the name of that girl who died. The lady say the pastor do and reach her and I make she run, come up for the church. So I get the voice
Then
note. Yes.
you get the
Then
voice
another
note
one
already.
again. Yes. Then another of my friend again tell me, say that time when she dey go meet pastor, say pastor go dey tell her, say he preach very big, say mama no dey fit dey stand down, say say mama no dey fit dey stand down. You understand? Say they tell her to kind of enticing things. So if you say man of God, not supposed to tell person why. That time the girl still dey married. The girl say the man they tell her that kind of thing. So I can
So
get
what be
the
that
girl
girl
to
name?
the girl named Narita. I can get her to do a video to talk about it too as well.
Oh yeah, abeg do am. Because we wan do am like series because they wan make me vex. They only dey tell me say I dey lie, and I no dey lie. The news wey I read, I even fit say na I just read am. I no know say na the thriller I read. Na now I know say the news sef get series. You understand? So where
Yeah.
this one come outside, the pastor don write wey my news come outside. He don write you
No, the
since.
pastor never writes me, oh. But you
So
know,
any
say
of the
me, I
church
reach out
members don write you.
the church members, some of them just they cost me, but I know they answer some. I know they answer them. Then
Okay.
me and Israel Joe talk because Israel Joe na my friend. And when that time when me
Okay.
and my husband, they get all those issues when my husband they find me, I wanted to use lawyer, like use human
Yeah.
rights lawyer to like fight for my rights so that he would leave me alone. That time when before I travel. So I can't go meet Israel Joe. So Israel Joe called, they link me up to a lawyer where we go write the story and everything. So when I go meet Israel Joe, now so they call me non-stop. Where are you? Live there now. What are you doing there? You don't pay for there. So Israel Joe called, they tell me, say, this one where this pastor they call you up and down, up and down, up and down. So now them be the very demo. They careful of this man, oh, you know, stuff like that. But that time I never know say in they do that kind thing. Before the thing called happen, I called tell Israel Joe, say, see what happen, see what happen. Oh. So Israel Joe know the matter. So for back now, be like say they don't go meet Israel Joe. They don't go meet Israel Joe. To say beg Israel Joe, make Israel Joe beg me. But Israel Joe come talk say, he no go fit beg me to take down the matter because me and Anna friend, say both of us we are friends and he will stand for me. Say now if they tell him the truth, he will not know how to tell warrior people to reconstruct the story again. Say so after many much talk and talk and talk, say the pastor called, say the pastor not fit own up to Ramo, but the pastor own up to one of his friends when the pastor carry come, say of a truth. Say he truly sleep with me.
Okay, so this matter don first day before. So the pastor don gree for warrior apoko and Israel Joe say he do all those things.
Now, recently, now where this matter they go on for social media, that was 2 days ago. They can't go find Israel Joe because Israel Joe make a comment for your section. So some boys when they go to church, they know Israel Joe. So they can't go find it, they can't go with the pastor, go meet Israel Joe. They say the pastor go beg me so that everything go calm down. Israel Joe say no, say the pastor no fit beg me, make everything calm down. Without say the pastor not tell them the truth. Say because in the fight for the truth. So even Israel Joseph, I still need to speak to him.
Okay. So
Yeah.
I don't hear that. So what do you get now to tell people wey dey the church and other women wey dey go church?
Yeah.
Story.
Okay. So what I want to advise women is that these men of God, they have strategies that they use to enter you. And one of them is your marital crisis. When you're having problems with your husband and two of you are disagreeing, they use that as a medium to enter you. And they manipulate you in such a way that you will not know that you are doing wrong. You will think that the love they have for you is a genuine love, and you have that pity for them. Because another thing again it does, he uses his wife as a case study to make women fall free for him. Because the wife has a very horrible attitude that everybody knows. So when it tells you about it and you have seen that she's that kind of a person, you start feeling pity for him. So that act of pityness, they lead many women along with him. So when he now approach them, they will not be able to say no. So and another thing again is that too much worship, he has brainwashed them, he has bought his audience mind. So even when something comes out in the open, they are not even ready to listen. He has packaged them, he has built them up in a way that they have so much confidence in him. So one of the things he uses his marriage, he uses the people's failure of their marriage too as well. And then he uses emotional blackmail too to blackmail you, tell you that, oh, he loves you genuinely, this, that, say that God this, God that, to blackmail you into falling free for him. So that's what I'm saying, that any man that his wife is going to that church and the wife is worshiping the pastor, that anything that the pastor is telling them, they are saying yes, they are running over the pastor, they are making sure that they are pleasing him. The pastor is setting a line. That is the strategy of how he brings those women close to him and then start sleeping with them.
So, what you don't hear? Only married women and the pastor to sleep with. What about
No, not be only married
single
women, both
ladies?
single girls. Both single
Single
ladies,
girls
girls too.
for the church
Yes,
too.
for this church too.
What about people who never reach 18? You don't see hear anything about that one?
No, I never really hear anything about people where they below that age. But if you can do this to married women and young girls, people that are a bit wise, you can also do it to young teenagers.
Okay. So now here we'll just stop because not be small thing. We'll not talk a lot today. So I
Yeah.
won't go now. Yeah.
Okay.
So you get any other word where you want to talk again before we go?
And what I want to say again is that I want to talk to women all over the world. I want to tell them that when they have marital issues with their husbands, they should find a way to settle their differences and not going to report to pastors. Because sensitive information that you give to them about, say, my husband does not sleep with me, my husband sleep with me, or my husband not they near me, or my wife not they near me, is a channel for them to manipulate you into sleeping with you. He likes those kind of words when you tell him that, oh, my husband not they sleep, because they preach am for church. They say many of you have not tasted your wife's pussy. You don't know how your wife's pussy they taste. Sometimes you go pour ice cream for your wife body, you go lick her. He says all those things to entice women into sleeping with him, into thinking that maybe their husband is not doing enough. And they start feeling that, oh, this one will be bado, this one will be bado. So all those things to kind of like build some, where women, we are very vulnerable and we fall prey. There are people that we fall prey to. Pastors, lawyers, and doctors are the people that women fall
Doctors.
prey to.
Yeah.
You understand? So when they tell you those things, they kind of like keep you up. It builds something in you because you're a human being. Constant hearing of those things to say, why your husband say they sleep with you? Why not they sleep with you? All those things they build in another kind of perspective in your mindset because you are a human being.
So about I'm not going to ask you this, but I just need to ask.
Okay.
I know say some of my
Okay.
fans first.
Yes.
About the sex life, if you dey sex with women, how it be? They aggressive or
Is they
how the pastor?
aggressive, oh? Is they aggressive?
What
Very,
about
very aggressive. Very aggressive.
yes?
Is as if it's possessed. I have marks where he beats me, bites me for my hand and my lap. I have the pictures. I'm going to tender. Because when he did that thing to me,
Okay.
before I traveled, when I came to meeting in church that time, I saw that same mark in the wife's hand. I called the asked her, say, Mama, I say, what happened to you for your hand? She got him say, nah, say she used that say hit door. Say na door now hit her for there. So the wife have that mark in her body too. So it's like a blood coat because they go use the teeth, they bite you. It's a love play, but I think it's possessed.
Okay, when you won't come,
I don't know
you
whether
understand?
when you want come. Oh.
No, I just say we can ask. Not be me they ask this question. People say we can ask the question.
Yeah.
Wow. So the guy, what about leaking? It's a bit leak too. They say
You
make I
not
don't
sabi
ask.
do nothing. Not sabi do all those things.
Oh,
He just they talk all those things
okay.
to entice women into sleeping
So
with him.
you are just sleeping.
Now a formula is just a aggressive person. That's what he is.
Okay. Correct. So now here with this stuff. So my people, on don't hear. Those of una wey dey get problem with my wife, everything you want to pass is my spiritual father. It's my spiritual like this. So it's my like this. My brother, not be everybody be anything. Now learn from somebody mistake. Because some of una now go come outside say, oh, you be adult, so you not get your own sense. You hear the English wey they call manipulating. Yahoo boys, the way they take money from white people, take money from people, not manipulating. When they want to arrest them, they arrest both the people they take money from. No, because they manipulate. So now, because of the way una they react for Africa, when somebody want put his story, how they take do them, una they mock them, una they laugh them. That make a lot of people know they talk. So women like this, una suppose they call they say they be hero for them to come share wetin they pass through in the house of pastor. Una suppose even call them hero. But una go dey mock them. Na the reason why a lot of women dey close mouth. The same thing go come happen to your wife later before you go dey do adino. All these women una suppose dey sway. So abeg, may God bless you. So now you still
Thank
dey
you.
go church, you still believe in God or those kind of stuff. You understand?
Yeah, I believe in God, but I don't go to church anymore. I pray in my house, and God has been answering me.
You
It's better when I
you
pray in
don't
my
join
house.
me
I know God for myself, not what anybody is
now.
telling me that He is. Yes, so it works better
Okay.
for me. So I don't go to church again.
So are you married now? Or you
No,
never stay with anybody?
me and my husband, I've not returned dowry though. I've not returned the dowry. So, but for now we are separated. We've not done anything official like returning dowry or stuff like that. So
So
we're
if
just
you ask you,
separated.
so what you do now to mind now? If you know, I be it's personal.
I don't know
Like
what is in his
what
mind
did they
though, but
think?
I
Are you
feel
going
like
back? But
oh,
do you still want to come and meet your husband or you want to come meet you understand now? You don't realize your mistake. No, just talk. Now we will just stay here talk.
no, but
So
for
what you don't
me,
realize now? Yeah.
I realized where everything went bad, sha, on my own part, and him also has
Yes.
realized himself. But for the marriage to work again, me, I don't want the marriage to work because the first thing that was driving me out of that house was domestic violence. So now that thing now pushed me into the hands of this man. So going back again is like going back to what has already passed. It's like going back to my yesterday. So I'm not willing to continue the marriage. I've moved on.
Okay. Now we don't understand. So now here we'll just stop, my people. My name is still Pararan Party. So we cut out here. Those of them they say, oh, leave for God to church. I go my person want to. You don't ever see anybody with God church. Forget Bible for real life. If they say leave you for God, why will not leave Yahoo boys for God? Why will not leave arm robbers for God? Why will not leave the kidnappers for God? But when you reach pastor, you want me to leave her for God. I go shop on that. So my people are here with this stuff, my brother. Yeah.
Pararan wiki gwa what you do blue. Pararan wiki gwa what you do blue. Umire rijo wo kan ya urobo.
Pararan wiki gwa what you do blue.
Umi organizo wo kan ya urobo.
Pararan wiki gwa what you do blue.
Urobo ubuko wa data state ubuko.
Pararan wiki gwa what you do blue.
Nigeria ubuko wa Africa ubuko wa.
Pararan wiki gwa what you do blue.
Urobore nako aye ubuko wa
Pararan wiki gwa what you do blue.
Amaragbe mo so what you do blue ayo
Pararan wiki gwa what you do blue.